I'm on a farm. And it's dry, dusty.
Look down at your feet. What do you notice?
They're bare.
Do they feel male or female?
I feel male.
Do you feel young or old?
Young. Like maybe 8.
Do you feel healthy?
Yes.
What else are you wearing?
I'm wearing overalls. No. They're like overalls, but not jean material, not denim.
Are you wearing anything else?
A loose shirt and a hat.
What does this hat look
Like what golfers wear. Like old golfers.
like? Are you holding anything?
A baby chick. Hmm.
What else do you notice?
It's summer. I love my animals.
What other animals are there?
Cows. And a pig. I'm hiding out
Why are you hiding?
because I'm afraid of my dad.
Why are you afraid of your dad?
He's upset about something that I did.
And what did you do?
I moved something that he didn't want me to move. I'm really anxious.
Then what happens?
He comes out to where I am. And he's yelling at me.
And how does that make you feel?
Scared. But not for myself. I'm scared for my animals.
And why is that?
Because he's going to hurt them.
Why is he going to hurt the animals?
To make me learn my lesson. He's drunk. And I hate him.
Okay, we're gonna move forward in that lifetime and close that scene and move forward as that little boy where there is something happening. Be there now.
I'm in high school. And there's like some event that I'm getting ready for.
What is the event?
Some type of fair. Hmm. My girlfriend's going to be there and I'm excited to see her.
And then what happens?
I get there. We spend time together. Walking around. There's animals there. There's like prizes for them. I feel like one of my animals are here. And I'm proud of my animal. My dad's here. And I'm annoyed with him.
Why?
Because he's taking credit for this animal winning when he doesn't take care of them. I do.
And how does that make you feel?
Unseen, invalidated.
Do you say anything to your father?
No. I have a hard time standing up for myself. My girlfriend consoles me though.
What else is happening?
I miss my mom. I think my mom's dead.
What happened to your mom?
My dad killed her, but nobody knows.
How do you know?
I heard it.
Tell me more.
I was in my room and I heard them get into a fight. And then I don't hear them arguing anymore. But I hear my dad moving around. And when I wake up the next day, he says my mom left. She left us for somebody else. But I think he killed her.
How old were you when this happened?
6.
Going to move forward. Close that scene and move to another scene as that experience of that boy moving forward. Be there now.
I have a family. I married Katie. We have kids. Three kids. Two of them one feels like my sister in this life, and one feels like my brother in this life. And the third I don't know yet. I'm very intentional about being a good father. I feel like this third child is my son, but I don't have a son in this life. I know this child, but I don't know them.
Yes. Now that you have your own family, do you still see your father?
No. But I feel bad for him.
Why is that?
Because he's alone. I go see him when he's dying, and I forgive him.
What do you say you forgive him for?
I forgive him for hurting us. I forgive him for his temper and his drinking. I understand that I was a product of his childhood and not who he is as a soul.
Okay, we're going to move forward now. Just leave that scene. Let's move to the last day of this life that you were looking at. Floating and drifting, drifting and floating.
I died from some accident, some farming accident. And I'm maybe 50.
Watch as an observer.
I feel like my body gets like shredded almost. It's not pleasant. I don't feel ready to die yet. I feel like I didn't get enough time being a father.
So what do you think the lesson was for this life?
I think it was to learn how to stand up for myself and to live my life on my terms and to raise my children on my terms in the way that I wanted to raise them and not how I was raised by my dad. It's also to forgive, learn how to forgive my dad and understand that he was the way he was because of his lived experience. And he was helping me learn this lesson.
You feel the purpose of this life was.
Humility. Forgiveness.
I'm going to close that scene of that lifetime. I'm closing that lifetime behind you. And you're moving on now to where it is you go after you leave your body. What do you notice?
I feel light. The pressure is different. And I'm happy. I feel like I'm in the clouds, but I'm not in the clouds. I'm higher than the clouds. And it's like golden light. Almost feels like a Roman, like a painting on this like ceiling of an old Roman church. Weird.
How does it make you feel to be there?
Accomplished. I feel relieved.
What else do you notice?
And there's other people here, and they're greeting me and cheering me on.
Who do these people feel like?
My guides. And family members. Family members that I didn't get to meet in this life, like my dad's mom.
What else do you notice?
I noticed like other universes, kind of. There's other places you can go, and we're looking at them. They almost look like portals, but miniature. Like I would imagine it almost kind of like snow globes of different places, but inverted, like upside down, kind of.
Why are you seeing these photos?
Seeing that that Earth isn't the only place we can go. And I'm feeling and sensing that Earth is very dense. There's other places that I've been and that I can go, that we all can go. But Earth is important
Why is Earth important?
because we're struggling here.
Why are we struggling?
It's a lot of polarity, fear, but we feel that it's on the up. The tides are changing. We're moving rapidly, very fast,
Where are we moving to?
closer to the Christ consciousness source, love. We're seeing each other more clearly. Recognizing ourselves. as being infinite. I feel important. I feel, and not in like a grandiose way, I feel like I have an important job.
What is this important job?
I help people connect with the people they're meant to find. I help them, maybe I help them recognize the people they're meant to find. No. It has something to do with patterns, synchronicities, maybe? I don't know.
Do you help people on the earth plane?
Mm-hmm. And before they go.
What do you do for them before they go?
I teach a lecture.
And what's this lecture about?
Almost like how to listen to your guides. Things to pick up on when you're in an earthly body. Almost like how to listen to your intuition or recognize that it's your intuition. It's funny because I feel like I'm not very good at that.
Why do you think that is?
I think I'm supposed to learn how to do it so I can show others how to do it. But I think I'm actually really good at it.
What are some of the signs that you give others to help them?
Numbers, symbols, ear ringing, twitches in the legs. People give a lot of messages.
Do you have the people say certain words?
Mm-hmm. Threes, things that come in threes. And sometimes it just pops in your mind. But we think we're crazy. We don't believe them.
How much does it take for us to start believing?
Doesn't take much. Just trusting yourself. Not letting yourself convince you otherwise.
As children, do we start out listening better?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very, very, very in tune and aware.
And then what happens?
We're told that the world works a certain way and that the esoteric or energetic things that happen to us don't really fit in the world that we live in. And it's explained away by parental figures and society. And so we stop believing it and stop listening to it because we think that it's just nonsense. But we get so excited when there's coincidences. But there are no coincidences. It's all happening exactly as it should.
What kind of things do you do if no one listens to the clues you give?
We shake them.
What are some of the things you do to shake them?
We shake their stability, their comfort, mostly with illnesses or something with the body that they will listen to.
What happens if the person doesn't even pay attention to that?
Something dramatic will happen to get them to stop and listen, force them to slow down.
Are there those that will not even understand when they've been forced to slow down?
Yeah. There are people that aren't just from free will choose not to listen, not to wake up. And that's their choice.
If they don't pay attention to the patterns and the shaking up, and they pass, and then they're on the other side, how do they feel about that they didn't notice?
Disappointed. They feel time wasted. They feel like they could have gotten a lot farther in their life had they listened.
And do they want to turn around and do it again?
Yes.
Am I speaking to the higher self now?
Yes.
Why does she continue to repeat the same patterns of her life?
Because we send the patterns so that the one is able to learn from them, to recognize them, and then break them and step away from them. So there has been many patterns that she has broken already, and there will be many more that she will continue to break. But recognizing the pattern is the most important part. She has a gift for that she can share with others.
Do you see her doing that in her future?
Yes.
What are some of the changes that she can make in her life that will get her to the highest time?
She needs to be speaking her truth and stepping into it. She has been muzzling herself for too long. Her mouth, the cavities in her mouth are a sign of that. And the clenching of the jaw. She is meant to follow what brings her joy. Every time she follows and does what lights her up, something else will come for her and she will be in alignment. It is like dominoes.
So the more she overcomes, the more she will achieve.
Yes.
What is blocking her from the abundance and freedom in her life?
Fear. Fear of what other people will think. So concerned about what other people will think. Bases most decisions on what other people will think.
Is that for her highest good?
It is not.
What should she base her decisions on?
On what she thinks and what lights her up.
Why is it that she puts so much into what other people think?
She was raised that way in this lifetime. Her mother in this lifetime was very concerned about the way people look at her and her family, and her mother's mother was very concerned about the perception of others. It is generational. This is a pattern that she has the ability to break if she chooses. It is very scary for her, but she is able to do it. She's done it before.
Thank you. How can she access her psychic gifts and abilities?
Through meditation and continuing to consume content, books, videos of things that bring her joy. When we say that, she knows what we mean. There is content that is life-giving and content that is life-taking. And the life-giving content for her leads her on her path. That is what led her here and what is leading her to her highest good. When she does this, speaks her truth, shares her truth, her gifts are a byproduct. They will come naturally. She has already untapped some of them. She has seen this.
I really like that, life-giving and life-taking. It's one for all of us to recognize.
We have a choice. You have a choice. When we consume, we can choose whether it is something for our good, highest good, or not. A lot of times we get stuck on content that fuels our fears. It is important to not consume that.
Do you have a last message for this being?
We want to thank her for coming to this session today. We know that she has been hearing us, but she needed a little push to believe us. So thank you for coming today and hearing us.